Okay, now we're going to do with our friend, we're going to do, all right, here's what we got to do. All right, where it says cash, we're going to do the periodic method. So what I want you to do is, the periodic method's a little bit different. Make a T account for, or leave cash there, go underneath the cash and make an account called BI, beginning inventory. Okay, put your plus minus. How much is beginning inventory, Angie? We're doing problem 5-7A. Chapter 5, page 232, Queso Wagon, 8th edition.
Okay, so at the beginning of the current season, the village tennis shop showed cash 2,500.
I fill in cash 2,500 then.
2,500.
And how much is beginning inventory?
2,500. Well, it says merchandise inventory 1,700.
All right, put in inventory. Put in beginning inventory 1,700. Okay. What do the problem is? Back to Mike always does like to do it this way. In the sense, I'll teach as I go. That's how I like to do it, Genesis.
4,200.
So put your, so now you see, notice it makes sense. Guess what, McGowie, guess what 2,500 plus 1,700 equals?
4,200.
That's right. So you see assets have to equal liabilities and owner's equity. Okay, let's go. I'll explain as I go. Read the first one, Ange.
Purchase rackets and balls from Denton Company 740, terms 310, net 30.
Okay, so now go make your journal entry. Now, but guess what? Remember before you did inventory? Now you're going to debit an account called purchases. This is a little bit different than the perpetual. And like I said, most teachers will just not even do this. It's kind of hard though because there's formulas with the beginning inventory plus net purchases equals cost of goods available minus ending inventory cost of goods sold. So it's kind of hard to overlook unless, like I said, you're in one of those schools where they claim to do 20 chapters in one semester, but they don't know what revenues minus expenses equals for $2,000 if you're in one of those schools. Okay, purchase is 740. Was it cash or payable?
It doesn't say. It just says.
If it says 2/10 or something, it means terms, accounts payable. Okay. Okie dokie. Now, now she's going to go post to account payable because I got to start working on a different T account with you. All right, now on the beginning inventory, right? Make a little arrow from beginning inventory over to the right, just a little bit, and make an account called purchases.
So now it's going to be purchases instead of inventory?
That's right. Now put the plus minus the same as the inventory. Now the drawing, for instance, or accumulated depreciation are contra accounts. This case, it's not a contra account. There's a parent-child, parent-subsidiary relationship. That's why there's an arrow there. Okay? But it carries the same plus minus. Sometimes in accounting called an adjunct account, an add-on account. Okay, so now post up 740. Okay, entry 1. What's the terms on that, Angie?
Terms 310, net 30.
310 net 30. Okay. Okay. So she writes the term there.
Pay freight
Not
on
exactly
Denham's
sure what I mean,
company purchased $60.
Now what happened?
Pay freight on Denham's company.
All right, what was the FOB? What does it say? It must say FOB on the first one.
No, it doesn't say anything.
No?
Nothing about FOB. No.
It says what? We paid the...
Purchase rackets and balls from Denton.
Who paid the freight? Us or them? They're saying we paid freight?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we paid the freight. Now remember last time, what I say, when it's inbound, what do? What account gets debited?
Expense.
Nope, inventory.
Oh, I'm sorry.
If it's inbound, debit inventory, because it can't be expense because we have no revenue. It would violate the matching principle. If we're selling stuff, then we can do freight expense, but if we're buying it, we would debit inventory in the perpetual method. In this method, we're going to do this, McGowie. We're going to debit an account called Tran-In. So do that. Transportation in or freight in. So
Where?
on your journal entry. So do that.
Transportation of freight?
Yeah, Tran-In. Transportation IN. Or freight in. The word in they use. I don't know why. See what it says in your book. I don't know. Either way is legal. It might say freight in.
Okay, but spell it out,
So you must-
what's the whole word? TIN, transportation in,
Yeah, in your textbook someplace. It's either way. Transportation in is
Oh,
fine.
yes, it's freight in.
Freight in, okay. Freight, well, Tran-In would be okay too, but freight in it would call it. Okay, so it costed how much?
freight in.
$60.
All right, $60. So it's gonna be a debit to that account. Just as we would debit inventory, because it is a part of the cost of purchases. Now we're gonna decrease cash, McGowie.
Yeah,
McDowell.
because we are paying, right?
Okay, now go post up to your T account. Now I made her a little T account. You could put brown on top of that. And that's called freight in. Notice it carries the same plus minus as purchases. Okay? She posts up to cash. Good. Now we're going a good pace too. Okay, next. Read to us. Want to read to us, McGowie?
Okay, sold merchandise to members, 900.
900 cash? Any?
And net 30.
Okay, so that means it means there's terms, meaning without cash, meaning a receivable.
Sold, so it's accounts, receivables.
Now here's the thing. Remember the last method we had entries A and B?
Yes.
In this method we only use entry A.
Okay.
Okay? We only use entry A. You're gonna have to move this account payable over, we're gonna need more space. We got a couple contra accounts for purchases. So move that account payable over to the right. There you go. Okay? So it's gonna be account receivable and sales. On that, good, very nice. She does real nice. She's doing Mike's system.
Sales.
Okay. 900. And then go post up to revenue. 900.
Sales revenue.
Sales revenue. Now go make those two contra accounts for sales revenue also when you get a chance. Remember the two got sales? You got sales discounts and sales returns and allowances. Like after this chapter, the rest of the course will be downhill. This is the hardest. This is a grinding chapter.
Are you sure?
Yes. This is a grind.
Sure this?
You see, if I was running an employment agency, the person really needs to know the first 5 chapters to be like a well-rounded bookkeeper.
You're absolutely right.
If they have the first 5 chapters locked in, they could function pretty good and still know more. Believe me, like a person like McDowell will know a whole lot more than the other people working that she's working with. She'll understand more when she puts it into T accounts, and she'll have a better understanding.